Hello everyone, welcome to this BodyTalk Demo session. I have a client on the Zoom call with me and I just wanted to show you what it's like to receive a BodyTalk session with me over Zoom. So before we get started, just a quick update on what BodyTalk is. So it's an advanced form of energy medicine or mind-body medicine that is really effective at helping improve the body's ability to heal itself and also speed up the healing process. So it can work on a variety of things, anything from physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual health is really effective in being addressed by BodyTalk. And really all we're doing is reestablishing the lines of communication within the body that help our bodies heal themselves. So anytime we are exposed to stress, that communication system breaks down. What we're doing is bringing awareness into what needs to come into balance, and then we'll tap it in. And how we do that is we tap on the three brains. So you got your head brain, which will help process and make the change. You tap on your heart brain, which will help store the information, and your gut brain or enteric brain, which will help integrate that change throughout the body. So pretty basic, that's what BodyTalk is. It's really simple, but also very, very effective. And how I get to the information is I use a combination of a few different things. So it's a lot of left brain thinking, which is just through all of the training that I've been through. It's a lot of anatomy and physiology as well as a lot of different principles of consciousness. So I use things like different charts that are used in the BodyTalk system protocols. And I also use a lot of right brain thinking. So it's a lot of intuition. And then I combine all of that with applied kinesiology, which is used in a lot of different healing modalities. But it's essentially muscle checking. So I check my answers, yes and no answers, by just testing with my fingers. So while I'm working, if you see my arms moving just a tiny bit, that's what I'm doing. But anyways, I will turn the time over to my client. She has been so great to volunteer to do the session today. And we had a great session the last time. So you want to talk about that and kind of how you're feeling from that last session, and then also anything that you would like to work on or focus on today?
Hi, Laura. Yeah, for sure. I have to say, I think this is my maybe fourth session with you now, and everything that you have said has been so spot on. And, so last time, the allergy, or I guess whatever we want to call it, to coffee came up, and I even checked in with myself the next day because I love it so much. And I was like, okay, if this is really not good for me, let me know. And it just felt like chopped glass in my stomach. And so since I've just gone to tea, and I feel 1,000,000% better. So that was really insightful and helpful. But along the way, everything that you've been able to share with me about what's going on has been so spot on. And as I've applied, the protocols that you give me or whatever, it's kind of amazing just in a way how fast it works and how much of a change I notice pretty quick. So I'm really excited to see kind of what happens and what shows up today.
Good. Well, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So anything specific you'd like to focus on today, or some of the same things we've been working on?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I think just in light of everything that's going on in the world, I think I've just felt a little bit of an emotional heaviness going on, but there's really nothing specific that I want to, focus on. I'm just kind of curious to see what comes up today.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, we will go ahead and get started then. So if you'll just take a moment to relax. So this is perfect, where you're seated. Some of my clients like to sit down during sessions. Some like to lie down, and even cover their eyes. Some are uncomfortable with their video being on, so they'll even shut off their video and then they can just watch me. But whatever is most comfortable for you. So just take some deep breaths, and that will just help you relax. And I'll do the same and just kind of get into the zone. And there's going to be some periods where I'm quiet as I'm going through my process. There might be a minute or two where I'm quiet. So just know that I'm working through my processes at the same time. So,
Okay.
all right. Okay, we'll go ahead and figure out what the first priority is. We're going right to body chemistry and tolerances. I know we worked on coffee last time. We'll see what comes up this time. Okay, so there's actually a mineral that your body's having a hard time processing. So we're going to balance you to that so that you can better process that.
Okay.
It's magnesium. Are you
I
taking?
knew you were going to say that. That is so interesting because I take it so religiously.
Okay.
I don't know why I was like, she's going to say magnesium. That's
Okay,
amazing.
well, and it's crazy how our own intuition, right, tries to tell us things. So if you're tapped into that,
Yeah.
then you almost, sometimes I'll get on with clients and they're like, oh, I already knew that, you just confirmed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We just don't trust ourselves.
exactly. So magnesium, just pay attention to how you feel after the session. If you feel like you need to take less of it, or if you feel better on your current dosage, whatever you're doing with that. But this should help balance your body so that it kind of takes it in a little better.
Okay.
So for this one, we have to get a little saliva sample and put it over our thymus. So again, this is like one of the weird BodyTalk balances. But really what that does is the saliva is a derivative of the blood. And so energetically, we're drawing focus to the body chemistry and how our body is able to process and digest things. This is really effective for certain allergies too, even if it's an airborne allergy. A lot of people that have seasonal allergies come to me as well. And this really helps with balancing that out. So the thymus is it's a big part of the immune system, so that's kind of why we put that focus over the thymus gland. So when you are ready, go ahead and just follow along with me. So put your hands on the side of your head, and then you'll move both of those hands. So one will go at the base of your skull, and then the other hand, doesn't matter which, will tap along with me. So we're just tapping this information in, just helping the body better process that intolerance to magnesium. And just remember to take some deep breaths on this, because that will just help process everything. And when you're ready, just walk your hand up, one hand position. So what we're doing is we're covering the entire brain. So we're helping, at the same time we're balancing this intolerance, we are balancing the brain and helping it focus on this magnesium. so that the body can better process it. Okay, and then you can walk your hand up one more position. And one more position. And one more position to where we get all the way to the eyebrows.
Now moving the head all over the body, my hand all over the body, what does that do?
Yeah, so what that's doing is it's balancing both the right and left hemispheres of the brain. It's also just improving all of the communication that happens within the brain, and all of the neural circuits and everything that's happening on a communication level and nerve level. But what that does is it also helps with updating the brain's picture of the body, the holographic image of the body, so that it can like scan everything and better have a picture of what to focus on and what needs to be healed. And then let go of one hand. And also this cortices balance with this brain technique that we're using. It also helps with relaxation. It helps with mental clarity and focus. So there's a lot of different benefits that come from this technique specifically. Great question. All right. Okay, so that is imbalance, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so the next thing we're going to balance is the lymph going from the diaphragm to the abdomen. And it's really important to breathe. So take deep breaths throughout the day, because the diaphragm does a lot of things for the body. You know, it helps with our breathing and helps circulate oxygen throughout the body. It helps the heart be more efficient if you're breathing properly, but also it can become almost like a halfway house for a lot of our emotions. So if you are ever exposed to a lot of other emotions or a lot of stresses in your environment, we can tend to hold those emotions in the diaphragm. So that's really important. But yeah, so what we're doing is focusing on helping the lymph move from this diaphragm area down into the abdomen a little more efficiently.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to just put a hand over your diaphragm area, and we'll go ahead and tap that out. And if you want to actually just stimulate that diaphragm area too. That will energetically just kind of help things move along. If you go to a massage therapist and get a lymphatic drainage massage, it's a lot of that, just light stimulation as well. And make sure you breathe deeply through this as well. In fact, when you exhale, if you want to just push out all the air, and then just when you think it's all out, push again, because that will just really help move things out.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that's in balance, so we'll move to the next. Let me mute my messages. Sorry about that ding.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. So next thing we're going to bring into balance is improve the circulation within the immune system, and then also tie in that with all of the body systems and improve the circulation within all of those too. So all of the body systems, it's the immune system, but it's also the digestive system, it's the respiratory system, cardiovascular and integumentary, muscular system, nervous system. I mean, there's like 14 or 16 different systems in the body. So we're just going to balance the immune system and then balance that immune system to the rest of the systems. If that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll go ahead and tap that. And we're improving the circulation within all of those systems. So that's the blood flow, lymph flow, nerve flow, how water's passing in between cells, how chi or life force energy is moving within your meridians or your nadis. So there's a lot of different energy systems in the body. Also, even down to the subatomic level, we're addressing how the protons, electrons are moving, electromagnetic frequencies. Like there's a lot that's within the circulation. Okay, that's in balance. So we'll move on to the next balancing. Okay, we're going to do another big circulation update for all the body systems, but we're going to take a different approach now. So now we're going to balance all of the body systems to the digestive system. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll go ahead and tap that in.
Okay.
So again, we're kind of approaching it from that circulation standpoint. So just improving all of that circulation flow within all of the body systems and then linking that over to the digestive system. It's really interesting how the body works because everything, has to be healed in a certain order. So for your body specifically today, it wanted to balance the immune system first, and then it could balance all of the body systems and then the digestive system. So
that's so interesting.
It really is.
It all does make sense though, because my digestive system was something that came up last time with my reproductive hormones.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been taking, I've been working on the whole rebalancing of my reproductive hormones, but my digestion has still felt a little bit off lately. So like I said, it's all kind of just making sense and
Exactly.
coming full
Yeah.
circle.
Yep. And there's a lot of layers to this too. So, it's usually not just like one fix. It's something that has been, happening over time, and you have to address it from certain angles. So I always, a lot of clients will come to me and they'll have results after one session and they'll feel a little bit better. But I really recommend coming to me at least 3 to 5 times just to make sure we get it. And really that will help most clients see a noticeable difference if you commit to those follow-up sessions.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Okay, so that is in balance. We'll move on to the next. Okay. Next, we're going to balance circulation within the nervous system. So again, when you're ready, we'll go ahead and start tapping. It's improving the blood flow, lymph flow, nerve flow within the nervous system, as well as that energy flow and everything that's kind of happening at that cellular level or subatomic level, just improving circulation. And I can already feel like almost a sense of relaxation too. So I don't know if you felt a shift yet, but I think this will help you just with your overall nerves.
Emotional.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And just
Yeah.
kind of further kick you into like parasympathetic mode, which is relax and digest. And that's kind of the only state of within your nervous system that we can actually heal is within the parasympathetic mode. If we're in a state of chronic stress and we're always in that sympathetic or fight or flight mode, then it's really hard for our bodies to heal. So yeah, we got all that balanced, and we'll move on to the next. Okay, so next we're going to do some musculoskeletal work. So we're going to balance the spine, so the entire spine from the upper part down to the lower part, every vertebra. And then we're going to balance the head to body, so the mouth to the navel point. So just kind of like so it helps stack on top of each other.
Okay.
So when you are ready, let's go ahead and tap that out. So balancing these reciprocal points within the musculoskeletal system can help give a dramatic impact to the actual physical structure of the body. So I have a lot of clients that have a lot of back problems, that come to me, and chronic pain goes away, back straightens out. That's actually how I was introduced to BodyTalk. I had chronic back pain for 15 years and scoliosis, so I had a curvature of the back, and BodyTalk was what finally helped me. After 15 years of chiropractic and physical therapy, BodyTalk finally helped figure it out and straighten it out. So yes, it can have a dramatic effect on the physical part of the body, but also it helps if your posture is better, it helps with your posture, then that can help with digestion. It helps with just relaxation. There's a lot of benefits to balancing these points. Okay. And that one is good. So we'll move on to the next one. Okay. So a lot of body system balancing for you today. The next one we have is balancing circulation within the urinary system. But it's not the entire urinary system. It's actually just from the point where things get to the bladder and leave your body. So it's just a portion of that urinary system. So for this one, we'll go ahead and tap that out. So again, just improving the circulation within that portion of the urinary system. Okay, and that's in balance. Move on to the next. Okay. More body systems. But this time, yeah, this
It
time
kind of makes sense if I'm being honest. Like,
yeah. Yeah. And if we're going through a lot of like I know you've mentioned you've had a lot of just digestive system issues in general. It all syncs together with the
yeah,
rest.
for sure.
The body's a dynamic system and is integrated with everything. Every cell in the body knows what the other cells are doing. at any given time. So
Yeah.
everything's connected. So for this one, we're specifically focusing in on your digestive system. So we're going to update the circulation that's happening within your digestive system, and then link that to the lymph specifically that's happening within your digestive system. So just helping balance both of those. Okay, so, and for this one, if you'll actually just put one of your hands over your abdomen area, I think that just needs a little extra love and attention. So when you're ready, go ahead and tap with me. So we're just improving the circulation within the digestive system, and then we're also focusing in on specifically the lymph within the digestive system and help balance all of that out. Okay, so that's complete. We'll move to the next. Okay, so next we're going to balance the nervous system and the skeletal system at the same time, and just sync those together. More systems.
Yep.
So both of these we're updating all circulation. So all that blood flow, lymph flow, nerve flow, energy flow.
Okay.
Okay, and if you'll just put one hand on top of your head to just represent that nervous system. And we'll go ahead and tap. Balancing the nervous system and balancing the skeletal system and all circulation that happens within those two systems. Okay, so that's complete. Move on to the next. Okay, so next we're going to do a cortices balance. So again, this is a brain balance. They call it cortices, but it's actually updating and balancing all three parts of the brain. So you've got the cortices layer, you've got the limbic brain, and then you have the reptilian brain. So we're kind of balancing and updating all of those so that they communicate and sync better together. So if you'll just place your hand at the base of your skull where it meets your neck, and with your other free hand, go ahead and tap with me. Yeah, a lot of times if we've done a lot of really big updates in a body talk session, this cortices balance will come up partway through. or toward the end, just to kind of like resync, recalibrate everything that we worked on. And if you'll move your hand up one hand position. And remember to take some nice deep breaths. And walk your hand up again. And walk again. And one more time to the eyebrows. And both sides of the head. And let go of one hand, doesn't matter which, and tap. And you can put the other hand back, and with a free hand, tap again. Okay, all right, we're good on that balance. And we're actually done with the session. So process time, it'll take about a week to fully process everything that we worked on. And yeah, so just be patient with yourself. It's going to take a little bit of time. Most shifts you'll feel within the first day or two if you do notice anything. But again, your body's just going to keep healing and working on all of the things that we brought up. So,
Okay.
All right. Any
Thank
questions?
With with the magnesium, I'm okay to still take it, right?
Yeah, so we're balancing your body to the magnesium so that you'll better process it. But if it doesn't feel right taking it, then don't take it. Or if you feel like you need to cut back, then do that
Okay.
too. Listen to your body. But
Okay.
yeah, essentially rebalance you to it so that it will better integrate with your body.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. You should be fine to take it, but again, listen to your body. I'm not a doctor. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and don't hesitate to get a doctor's opinion too if you feel that that's appropriate. So
Okay.
all right, well, thank
Awesome.
you so
Such a
much.
wonderful session. I'm so
Yeah.
grateful. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome, and thanks everyone that watched this demo. Don't hesitate to reach out to me too if you want, if you have any questions about it, or if you want to book a free consultation with me or a session. I'm here. So thank you so much.